So the temperature gauge never went above 50%, which is nice. It's crazy to think that the whole problem with my overheating could have just been the coolant reservoir cap. I'm still not convinced. I definitely need to put some more miles on it to be 100% certain. But I'm happy to see that it hasn't gone hot yet. Now, when I was dropping off that Oops power station last week, by about this time, about 30 miles, it was starting to run hot. It was up at 3/4 of the way. So now we're just about 4 miles away from Van Aid, and it's 12 o'clock California time, 1 o'clock Arizona time. And today's Wednesday. This is technically the first day of the event. It goes for 2 weeks, so I'm a little bit late, just, you know, the first day a little bit late, but we're gonna go ahead and pull in and get situated and just hang out today. And then tomorrow we'll see if we can help some people with their van conversions, see what's going on. Pulling into Van Aid. Was a bus. Brian got the full shop set up, helping the people. What do we got here? It's a big bus. Some work done. There's a bus. I'm not quite sure where the check-in's at. I didn't see any booth, table, or signs or anything. So we'll just keep on cruising. Lots of rigs out here. Lots of rigs. So I just walked around, got the lay of the land here at Van Aid, and it's basically just people helping each other. There's just a bunch of different projects going. There's carpentry, plumbing, electrical, solar, upholstery, sewing, that type of stuff. So a lot going on. So the way it works out here is there's a pile of papers over here, and so we just go through the list, figure out who needs what. Very official, and it's all labeled. So this is the electrical pile. This will be the one that I'm working on. And so we got, let's see what we got. This guy needs solar panels installed on a Class C wired to batteries. Good morning. Oh, it's about 7:30 a.m. Just waking up here at Schoolie Palooza. No. Just waking up here at Van Aid. See if you guys can see anything up the window. I slept well last night. I've been sleeping well in general. Even though this trailer next to me, they turned on their generator, but I don't mind. I still slept pretty well. Let's see what the weather's looking like. 48 degrees outside, 56 degrees in the van. That's cold. So I woke up early today, feeling ready to go, but it's still way too cold outside to start a solar install. So I just went ahead and kind of poked around the van, cleaned up my space, did a little computer editing, and just kind of my little morning routine, tidying up, brushed my hair, and then went ahead and made my favorite morning drink, a matcha green tea latte. Now, as soon as it warms up, I will go ahead and start on the install. For Kim, the piece of paper we pulled off the desk yesterday, she has a Class C RV and needs a full system installed, 3 solar panels, an inverter, and a charge controller, and 2 batteries. Once I have my green tea, I went ahead and hopped back on the laptop and did a little more video editing. It was still pretty cold out. This week has been unseasonably cold and windy, and we even had a little bit of rain come through. So just waiting. You can see right now the sun is poking through the window, but it's still pretty chilly out, so I'm gonna wait another hour or so, and then we'll go ahead and get started on that install. But before we can commence with the install, I need nourishment, I need some protein and some nutrients that are gonna carry me throughout the day. So I'm going for my favorite breakfast item. It's a raw egg smoothie. I'm combining about 12 ounces of A2 whole milk with 4 eggs, 2 bananas, and a scoop of cocoa powder, and it's absolutely delicious. You cannot even taste the eggs. It just tastes like a delicious banana smoothie, and it packs a pretty nutritious punch. It keeps me full for most of the day and gives me plenty of energy. And I definitely prefer it to just drinking glasses of raw milk. And yes, I am running my blender on the floor in my van. Believe it or not, I have still not installed power outlets up on top of the kitchen counters, but those are coming very soon. Hopefully next week I'll have time to redo my whole electrical cabinet, and then when I do that, I will add outlets up on top. But in the meantime, we're making smoothies on the floor of my van. So here we are, Van Aid 2024 solar service. Coming to help out the people with some solar installs. We're gonna go help out this nice lady with her Class C RV. She was gifted a complete solar system, and so we're gonna go install it for her and get her up and running. Let's go. All right, so here's what we're doing. We have 2 big time USB batteries. These are actually the exact same lithium batteries I run in my vehicle, except these are actually larger. Wait a minute, no they're not. These are 12.8 volt, 200 amp hour batteries. So these are exactly what I have. I have 2 of these in my van, and so we're gonna go ahead and install these under, this is the dinette bench. We're gonna install them up against the wall here. And then we're gonna mount the inverter on the back wall here, and the charge controller probably right above it, charge controller, inverter. And she was gifted this Victron 150, and we got some power wire. All this stuff is kind of donated. We got a fuse or a circuit breaker, panel brackets, and a rooftop gland. And so she also has 3 250 watt panels. We'll be installing those on the roof, and I'm going to drill a hole to come down inside. Now this is a slide, it slides in and out, so I'll make sure when I run the wire down to leave enough slack so that whether it's in or out position, the slide can still operate and not tug on the wires. So that's it. Should be a pretty simple little install, and get the lady some power. If you're wondering why the batteries are a little dusty, this was a pre-owned system. The gentleman upgraded, and so he passed this one along to Kim. And so I went ahead and locked the batteries into place with a set of angle brackets, and it fits perfectly against the sides of the bench. It ain't going anywhere. So we're gonna use 0 gauge power wire. First thing I did is just strip off the insulation, and then we're gonna add some heat shrink tubing around it like that. And then we got our 0 gauge ring terminal like that. Then we're gonna crimp it, heat shrink it. So I got the Temco hydraulic crimpers, and we got the 1/0 die set installed. And so we're just gonna go ahead and crimp that one down, get it nice and tight, loosen that up. There we go, very nice crimp. And then we're gonna slide up this heat shrink and hit it with the heat gun. So we made it back. Nomad Brad headquarters. Got the heat gun, got the little wires here. is all shrinked up. Let's go. So after the batteries were wired up, I moved on to the solar panels. These proved to be a little bit of a challenge. These were used panels, and the brackets that were on there, the hardware that the person used to install them wasn't proper, and so a couple of the bolts were actually bent and broken, so I kind of had to fight to get the hardware off and get the new stuff on, but it all worked out. We got it done. We got new mounting brackets on all 3 solar panels. Got the panels on the roof. The next step is going to be wiring them up, getting all the MC4 connectors installed. These are used panels. Some of them were, the connectors were broken off, so we're going to go ahead and fix those, get them wired together, and get some solar flowing. All right, and here it is, all finished up. 200 amp hour time USB batteries, wired together, maintaining 12 volts. We got our solar wires coming in. And then on the back side here, we got our Victron charge controller, 2000 watt power inverter. This one's kind of cool. Has a little display that kicks on that shows you the voltage. And then down at the bottom, we got our little circuit breaker and all the wires popping through from back here. And then because this is mounted on the slide, which does move in and out, the solar wires come down here. I used that roof penetration that was already existing for her antenna, and so I left the wires loose so that when she goes in and out, the slide can still be used and it won't hang up at all. So overall, pretty good little job. Now she's got a 2000 watt inverter that she can use to run all her appliances and charge her devices with power from the sun. And she doesn't have to turn on her generator. Do you want to say hi? It's up to you.
Hi.
You want to be on camera? Okay.
Hi, thank you very much. I'm excited.
So tell the folks where you're at.
I'm at Van A 2024 in Winter Haven, California. And I came to see what kind of work I could get done, and this is what I got.
Wonderful. So you got all the equipment donated and also the installation, yeah?
Yes.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So that's why we do it, helping out the people, getting them free energy from the sun, and it's been a good event.